Japan's tattooing culture holds a long and intricate history. Tattoos in Japan have transformed from spiritual symbols to representations of rebellion and self-expression. While tattoos are often associated with modern art or criminal organizations like the Yakuza, the journey of Japanese tattoos stretches back thousands of years. The history of tattooing in Japan can be broadly divided into 8 time periods, including Jomon Period, Yayoi Period, Kofun Period, Nara to Heian Period, Edo Period, Meiji Era, post-World War II to modern current era. Let's take a deep dive in each era one by one. Jomon Period. This period lasted from 10,000 BC to 300 BC. The earliest evidence of tattooing in Japan can be traced back to the Jomon Period, where clay figurines known as doge and archaeological findings suggest that tattooing was practiced by early Japanese. These tattoos were likely used for spiritual or protective purposes, with some designs believed to represent social status or tribal identity. These early Japanese societies used tattoos as a form of body art, marking warriors and tribal leaders with spiritual symbols meant to protect them in battle. The second era is Yayoi Period. This period spans from 300 BC to 300 AD. During this period, as Japanese society grew more structured, tattoos were often used to mark people of different social standings, from farmers to warriors. Chinese historical texts from this time, like the Wei Zhi, mention the tattooing practices of the Wa people. Wa people are known as ancient Japanese. These tattoos were thought to have been worn by fishermen and hunters for protective or spiritual purposes, possibly to ward off evil spirits or ensure safe travel. Next is Kofun Period. The time range of this period extends from 300 AD to 600 AD. Tattooing during the Kofun Period continued some of the traditions established during the Yayoi Period, but also experienced transition as society evolved. By the Kofun Period, tattooing began to shift from being primarily spiritual symbols to being used as identification symbols. This is a period of early clan societies in which clans dominated the political landscape. Tattoos were used as identification markers, helping distinguish clan members from outsiders. The fourth one is Nara Period, that is between 710 AD to 794 AD. This is the time when Japan began to adopt aspects of Chinese culture, so the perception of tattoos shifted dramatically. The Chinese viewed tattoos as barbaric, associating them with criminals and outcasts. This view influenced the Japanese upper class, leading tattoos to be linked with criminality. Next is Heian Period, that is between 794 AD to 1185 AD. By the Heian Period, tattoos were used as a form of punishment, branding criminals to signal their offenses to the public. This negative association with tattoos persisted for centuries, marking a dark chapter in the history of Japanese body art. The Edo period, ranging from 1603 to 1868 AD, is considered as the origination of Yakuza and rise of Irizumi too. It has marked a significant turning point in Japanese tattoo history. In the pre-Edo period, Yakuza mafia or criminal gangs embraced the tattooing for reflecting their strength, cause, and resilience. Afterwards, tattooing had witnessed a transition from a mark of shame to a symbol of resistance and individuality. This is also the period during which tattooing had begun to shift from punishment to art with the initiation of Irizumi. Decorative tattoos known as Irizumi were inspired by woodblock prints. Utagawa Kuniyoshi created woodblock prints depicting legendary heroes, warriors, and mythical creatures adorned with elaborate tattoos. Yakuza also used Irizumi for full-body tattooing. Over time, tattoos became a symbol of status, courage, and loyalty among Yakuza members. Yakuza tattoos are known for their intricate designs that often cover the entire body, with motifs like dragons, koi fish, and samurai. Now comes Meiji Era, from 1868 to 1912. During the Meiji Era, Japan sought to modernize and align itself with Western norms, leading the government to outlaw tattooing in an effort to improve its international image. Despite being illegal, tattooing continued underground, largely among the Yakuza and other marginalized groups. This period cemented the association between tattoos and criminality in Japan. Post-World War II. After World War II, tattooing was legalized again under the American occupation of Japan, but its association with the Yakuza remained strong. Tattoos were seen as marks of rebellion, defiance, and affiliation with organized crime. Despite this, Japanese tattoo artists continued to practice and develop their craft. Traditional hand-poke tattooing, called tebori, remained popular, though machine tattooing also gained a foothold. Finally, the modern-day tattooing in Japan that is 21st century. In contemporary Japan, attitudes toward tattoos remain complex. While there is a growing appreciation for the artistry of irizumi among tattoo enthusiasts worldwide, tattoos are still stigmatized in mainstream Japanese society due to their historical associations with crime. People with tattoos may be barred from certain public spaces, such as bathhouses, gyms, and swimming pools. However, younger generations and international influence have led to a more open attitude toward tattooing as an art form. Japanese tattoo artists are widely respected for their skill and creativity, and irizumi remains highly sought after both in Japan and abroad.